Pimp, I was going to bounce off you. 6 majors as a player. I think you've told me 8 majors as talent now. Can you kind of bring us through the difference, the nerves, and of course the pressure of being in an arena like this between being a player and now a talent?
Yeah, I can definitely. The thing for me is I never made it to the stage. I never made it to the playoff. I think this guy, idiot next to me, knocked me out twice in the group stage. Came very, very close a couple of times, but getting to
this 2014.
Exactly. And we were even up. We were up like 9-3. Yes, I remember it. I still have memories. Inferno, yes. He got lucky.
16, 13 or 12. I was good back then.
Well, we were leading 9-2. You're ruining my point right here. Fact of the matter is, playing on a stage these days in front of 12,000 people is something different than back then. Sure, we had a couple of events. Katowice was one of them where we had a crowd, but most of them were studio events. They were smaller events. I feel every time you walk into a stage now, or at least into a major, it's a packed arena. You saw it in Rio as well. You see it in Katowice. You see it in Cologne. You saw it here in Paris. We're talking 12,000 people plus. So you gotta have nerves of steel if you want to perform under those conditions. And I guess that's the reason why we're so surprised and so respectful to these underdogs that they're playing so well in front of these crowds. I struggled with it a little bit as a player. I remember in New York in front of 10,000 people when I was playing for Team Liquid. The first couple of rounds, you got to settle into it. You have a bit of nerves, but then if you have that mindset, you go into yourself, you go into a zone. And I guess if we asked you about it, did you even pay attention to the crowd during that game? No. You're fully focused on the game, right?
Exactly. I think that's key. That's key. Just in really nice moments, in clutches, you try, but otherwise you're not thinking about that. You just concentrate in your screen. But I will be honest, I wasn't stressed during this major. It's crazy. I wasn't.
You're always stressed.
I was stressed before the games, but during the games, never. I was like feeling it, just watching my team and trying to call as best as possible, but didn't feel like nothing bad. It was pretty crazy, to be honest.